Welcome to Module 3. In today's lesson, we'll focus on social engineering and phishing attacks. This is the most common threats organizations face. Social engineering is the art of manipulating people into revealing confidential information or performing actions that compromise security. Unlike hacking, social engineering exploits human vulnerabilities rather than technical ones. In fact, more than 85% of data breaches involve some form of human error, and social engineering is responsible for over 70% of successful breaches. Attackers rely on trust, urgency, and deception to trick employees into divulging sensitive information or clicking on malicious links. This makes it critical for employees to recognize and prevent these types of attacks. There are many ways attackers use social engineering to gain access to confidential information. Let's look at the most common types of social engineering attacks. Phishing. This is the most widely known form of social engineering. Attackers send fraudulent emails that appear legitimate to trick individuals into revealing sensitive data, like passwords or financial information. Next, spear phishing. Unlike regular phishing, spear phishing is highly targeted. Attackers use publicly available information, such as your social media profiles or professional details, to make their emails more convincing. 65% of cyber attacks target specific individuals with spear phishing emails. In whale phishing, attackers target high-profile individuals, such as executives or decision-makers. These emails often mimic important business communications, exploiting the authority of these individuals to trick others into sharing critical information or executing large financial transactions. In business email compromise, attackers impersonate company executives to convince employees to make unauthorized payments or share sensitive information. These attacks can be financially devastating, with losses reaching billions each year. Pretexting. An attacker creates a fabricated scenario to obtain information, for example, posing as an IT technician, asking for a password. Baiting. This involves leaving physical or digital bait, like a USB drive labeled confidential, to lure victims into compromising their systems. Tailgating. An unauthorized person gains access to a restricted area by following an authorized employee through a door. Always be aware of who's behind you. Social engineering is constantly evolving, and attackers are now using more advanced techniques, such as deepfakes. Deepfake technology can create convincing fake videos or voice recordings to impersonate executives or employees. Voice phishing, or vishing, is when attackers use phone calls to manipulate individuals into revealing confidential information. So always verify phone requests through official channels or secondary channels. Phishing attacks can be sophisticated, using various technical tricks to hide their malicious intent. Here are some key techniques attackers use. URL shortening. Attackers often use URL shortening services to mask malicious links. When hovering over a link, always check where it leads before clicking. Phishing kits. Pre-built phishing kits allow attackers to quickly launch large-scale phishing campaigns. These kits come complete with fake login pages, email templates, and tracking tools, making phishing attacks faster and easier to execute. While phishing emails can look convincing, there are common red flags you can watch out for. Suspicious links. Always hover over links to see where they lead. If the URL seems strange or unfamiliar, don't click. Unusual requests. Be wary of emails asking for sensitive information or urgent financial transactions. Verify the request with the sender through a different communication method. Misspelled domains. Check for subtle misspellings in the sender's email address. A common phishing tactic is to swap out letters that appear similar. Poor grammar and spelling. Phishing emails often contain grammatical errors or awkward language. Unfamiliar sender or unexpected attachment. If you weren't expecting an email from the sender or see an unusual attachment, don't open it. Let's explore some real-world examples of phishing attacks to understand their potential impact. Example 1. The Target Data Breach. In 2013, a phishing email targeting a Target employee led to a massive data breach that exposed the personal information of over 40 million customers. The attackers used a spear phishing email that appeared to be from a legitimate vendor, tricking the employee into clicking on a malicious link. Once the attacker gained access to Target's network, They were able to steal credit card numbers, customer addresses, and other sensitive data. The breach cost Target over $162 million in fines, legal fees, and lost business. It also damaged the company's reputation and eroded customer trust. Example 2. The Sony Pictures hack. In 2014, Sony Pictures was the victim of a cyber attack that exposed thousands of internal emails, confidential documents, and unreleased films. The attackers gained access to Sony's systems through phishing emails sent to employees. The hack caused significant disruption to Sony's operations and led to the release of sensitive information, including employee salaries and personal data. The attack also damaged Sony's reputation and led to a loss of consumer confidence. Example 3. The Uber data breach. In 2022, Uber experienced a data breach that exposed the personal information of 57 million riders and drivers worldwide. The breach was caused by a phishing attack targeting an Uber contractor who had access to the company's systems. The attacker used a phishing email to trick the contractor into clicking on a malicious link, which allowed them to gain unauthorized access to Uber's databases. The breach resulted in the exposure of sensitive information, including names, email addresses, phone numbers, and driver's license numbers. Uber faced significant financial losses and reputational damage as a result of the incident. These examples show how devastating phishing can be, from financial losses to irreparable harm to a company's reputation. Phishing is tied to over 90% of data breaches. That's why it's crucial to stay vigilant. If you receive an email that seems suspicious, do not click on any links or open any attachments. Even if the email looks legitimate, it could be a phishing attempt designed to trick you into revealing sensitive information or infecting your device with malware. Here's what to do instead. Verify the sender's identity. Check the sender's email address carefully. Does it match the expected sender? If you're unsure, try to contact the sender through a different channel, such as a phone call or a previous email thread. Look for red flags. Pay attention to any suspicious elements in the email, such as poor grammar, unusual requests, or unfamiliar links. Report the email immediately. Forward the phishing email to your IT or security team. They can investigate the incident and take appropriate action. Remember, reporting phishing attempts is a crucial part of protecting your organization. There is no penalty for reporting a false positive, and your actions can help prevent others from falling victim to phishing scams. To help prepare for real phishing attacks, many organizations conduct simulated phishing exercises. These exercises send fake phishing emails to employees to test their ability to spot and report phishing attempts. After the exercise, the IT team analyzes the results to see how employees performed, whether they clicked on links, reported the email, or ignored it. The goal is to learn from your responses and improve your security skills. Remember, even the most experienced users can be fooled by phishing emails. By participating in simulated exercises, you can become a stronger defender against these threats. Let's quickly recap the key steps to protect yourself and your organization from social engineering and phishing attacks. What should you do if you receive an unexpected email with an urgent request? Be skeptical of unexpected emails, especially those with urgent requests or attachments. And verify the sender's identity. How can you verify the sender's identity? Check the sender's email address and look for other clues, such as the content of the email. What should you never do with suspicious links or attachments? Don't click on suspicious links or open attachments unless you're certain they're safe. Who should you report phishing attempts to? Report phishing attempts immediately to your IT or security team. What can you do to improve your phishing awareness? Participate in simulated phishing exercises and use the feedback to improve your awareness. By staying alert and following these best practices, you play an essential role in defending the organization from phishing attacks. Phishing and social engineering are serious threats, but with the right knowledge, you can prevent them from causing harm. Now, it's time to apply what you've learned and stay vigilant.